Chicago's aldermen have for decades wielded power over licensing, permitting, zoning, all that in their wards. But is that power being abused? It's often referred to as aldermanic prerogative. Tonight, one former building owner says he caught one alderman abusing that very power, and it's all on camera. CBS 2 investigator Dave Savini has been digging into this case for 2 years.
He threatened to send inspectors.
Brian Strauss is the former owner of the building that once housed the iconic double-door concert hall. He says no one understands the power of aldermanic prerogative more than him.
You're a cuckoo. You're in my space. I'm not in your space.
Strauss says he learned the hard way the day his alderman showed up at his property.
Nothing is going to happen in this building.
And vowed to take away his zoning status.
It's going to be an empty building with no income for you or your family.
Joe Moreno is the alderman in this cell phone video talking to Strauss in 2017.
So you feel like he was using his position of power to intimidate you?
Correct. He was trying to bully me, basically.
Moreno was recently voted out of office, but not before turning Strauss's once lucrative property rental business into a financial nightmare.
I'm going to have inspectors in here on a daily basis. You watch. I don't think you're a man, and I've never had, because I can.
Strauss says Moreno surprised him at his front door on the day the tenants who operated the concert hall were being ordered to move out. The tenants were Moreno's campaign contributors, and Strauss had them evicted.
Please don't threaten me. I'm not threatening you. It's a promise. Please don't threaten me. I'm not threatening you. It's a promise. It's different. A threat means it's not going to happen.
Moreno can be heard telling Strauss he's going to use his power to make sure Strauss would never maintain his zoning to rent or sell his property to anyone else.
I'm upset. This is a tragedy.
Well, that's part of life.
Right. And part of life is also that you're not going to have a tenant in here for 3 years.
Moreno can be heard threatening to downzone the Wicker Park property that Strauss's family owned since 1977.
And by the way, when the leases are up there, since there's a downzoning, you can't sign new leases for your tenants. So whenever those leases are up and those guys want to leave, and you want to sign a new lease with a new tenant, you're not going to be able to. I'm being upfront with you.
He abused his power to get even with this man and his family because they evicted his pals.
Soon after this video, Moreno made good on his promise.
And why were you downzoned?
They never gave a reason. It was just because of pure revenge.
The city council backed Moreno when the vote for downzoning was called.
And they didn't care because they have their zoning matters in their own ward. It's give and take. The aldermen will scratch each other's back. That's how aldermanic prerogative or aldermanic privilege works.
Changing a zoning status is one of the powers referred to as aldermanic prerogative. As Moreno was getting voted out of his first ward aldermanic office, Lori Lightfoot was getting voted in as mayor.
These practices have gone on for far too long.
She promised to end aldermanic prerogative.
This practice breeds corruption. Stopping it isn't just in the city's interest, it's in the city council's interest.
She then turned to stare down the 50 newly sworn-in aldermen. Of course, Moreno wasn't there.
I am proud to say that he is no longer an alderman.
The double-door space stayed empty for a year and a half, and now Strauss is taking Moreno and the city to court for the money he lost.
Yeah, have you put a dollar figure on how much money you've lost?
It was well over several $1 million.
Strauss and his attorney also want Moreno investigated for what they say happened during a 10th floor city hall meeting with Moreno and other city officials.
He was actually trying to orchestrate the sale of the building.
Strauss claims in the meeting Moreno gave him another chance to avoid the downzoning and told him he could if he sold the building for $3 million less than it was worth. And he says it all happened right in front of another alderman who was the head of the zoning committee.
He consistently rolled his eyes. It was very obvious that he knew what was happening was very wrong.
The he is talking about is Danny Solis. At the time of the meeting, he was working as an FBI mole.
During that meeting at City Hall, are you hoping that Alderman Solis was wearing a wire that day?
Yes.
If he had a wire on that day, the feds would hear what?
Well, they would hear Moreno telling me right to my face with a lot of derogatory, foul language words that you will never have a effing tenant in this building.
It was absurd. I hope Solis was wearing a wire. I really do. Oh man, that would be great. Great television.
Strauss's attorney says Solis will be called for a deposition if a judge rules to let the case go forward. And this cell phone footage will also be entered as evidence.
And I'm telling you right now, and this conversation's over.
Okay.
You are not going to get a dime out of this building.
Alderman Moreno has repeatedly said he did nothing wrong, and the city law department declined to comment on the case. Strauss did eventually sell his building, but says the delays cost him millions. After the sale, the new owners got the better zoning reinstated. Strauss's suit against the city goes before a judge next week. Dave Savini, CBS 2 Investigators.